Hi, my name is Tori and I'm auditioning for Survivor. Let me start this off with a story about the naughty cowboy. So, at the time I was living in Fort Lauderdale. Me and my two roommates are originally from Pennsylvania, and we had a friend say, hey, do you want to go out on the boat tomorrow? Yes, of course we want to go out on the boat. So we show up at the house the next day. We pull up in my little red Toyota Corolla and there's nothing but Maseratis and Range Rovers parked in the driveway. And we're like, shit, oh well, we're going out on the boat. So we get out of the car, walk in the house, and there's nothing but beautiful women, gowns on, high heels, full face of makeup, holding a cocktail, and we're like, let me paint a picture of what 3 Pennsylvania girls look like going out on a boat. We have on athletic shorts, cut-off t-shirt with bikinis underneath, no makeup on, greasy hair pulled up, clearly hungover from the night before. We have a watermelon in one hand and 2 bags of chips in the next, and we come strolling into this house. Clearly we don't belong, but spirits are still high at this point. We're going out on the boat. So we sit down and no one talks to us for an hour and a half. No one makes any move to go out on the boat, and we felt very, very uncomfortable. The final straw was when my roommate was sitting on these beautiful, expensive white leather chairs. She has this juiciest watermelon I've ever seen in my entire life, and she's slurping it up and slurping it up. That was my final straw. That chair cost probably more than my paycheck, and I felt so uncomfortable. I was like, guys, we gotta get out of here. Turns out it wasn't a boat. It was in fact a yacht, and it just wasn't a day of boating. It was a full-fledged party out on a yacht. Go out to the car, and my little red Toyota is parked in. I have no dignity left at this point. I decide just go through the yard, drive home, leave the yacht named the Naughty Cowboy behind. Now, it wasn't the worst day of my life. It was surely awkward, but now it's a funny story looking back on it. The worst day of my life was my 18th birthday. I totaled a car on my 18th birthday. Wasn't exactly how I intended on celebrating, but I was on my way home and I decided I needed to text my friend to tell her to come over for cake. I have my left hand on the wheel, phone in my right hand. I send the text, I throw my phone, I look over to see where my phone lands. Unfortunately, my left hand looks over with me. Before I know it, I'm driving up on a hill. I bounce on my driver's side, bounce on my passenger side. I'm suspended mid-air. The whole time, all I can think of is, holy shit, this can't be happening. Unfortunately, it was real life. I totaled a car on my 18th birthday, and it was a hard lesson to learn, but I did learn a lesson, and now I know. Don't text and drive. I'm 25 years old. I work as a dental hygienist. The main thing being a dental hygienist has taught me is how to talk to people. So I have 95-year-old patients the whole way down to 3-year-old patients with every personality type under the sun. And when they come into the office, I have to be able to talk to them. I have to judge what type of personality they have, kind of transform myself into being the person they need me to be that day, while still managing to be myself. And I don't think that's a skill a lot of people have, especially a lot of people in their mid-20s like I am, but I do think it'd be a great skill to have on Survivor. People also tend to find me very trustworthy. I don't know what it is about my face, but people like to tell me things. On Survivor, that'd be great. In real life, not so much when patients tell me things I don't really want to know. But regardless, I love Survivor. I've watched Survivor since I was a kid. My 3rd birthday party was Survivor themed. And I kind of fell out of it for a few years in my teens, but I have since gotten back into it. I've been binge watching all the seasons I missed, and I'm on the road to being a super fan. I would love to be a contestant. I think I'd be a great contestant, competitiveness-wise and also personality-wise. I think I'd do great on the show, and I'm 25 years old. I don't want to live a boring life, and I think Survivor's an amazing way to spend my 20s. I look forward to the opportunity of doing so.
All right.